Dun, dun, dun.
And look at that. The button is pushed.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go first. I'm Dirk Hardpack. Ah,
Wait, what?
Dirk Hardpack.
Uh-huh.
Big, big, large, huge.
Big, large, and huge. Okay.
I'm a cop. I'm 7 days to retirement. And all my partners have died on me.
All right. I can work with this. I can work with this.
I'm stunningly handsome, too.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Love that. That's your talent. Stunning.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Full Metal Alchemist?
No.
Okay. It's worth watching because I'm picturing somebody and I'm picturing them as you. It's just kind of funny. I understand if you'd seen it. I wouldn't even have to say anything else.
Yeah. I'm tracking.
You know, you see, yeah, exactly. She knows exactly what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You even make your own sparkles. You're so fucking handsome. But okay. You don't have to know that you do that. Okay. My name is Malcolm Jones. I am 14 years old. I guess I was in the system for a while, but that didn't really work for me. And I got out and, well, more like ran away. It was more like a monster situation that I wound up having to deal with. But once I killed the monster, I ran off, and then I got hooked up with my teacher who taught me how to kill monsters. Then he got killed, and then I wound up hooking up with Jace. And we go around, we kill things. I'm about 14 years old. You know, typical 1980s 14-year-old black kid. Got a flat top fade. I carry a bat with nails in it. I wear sneakers, jeans, members only jacket, shades, fingerless gloves, and I am always well armed. Well armed. And that's pretty much it.
I am the aforementioned Jace. I'm the wheelman of the group. It's going to be difficult with a larger group since I just have a Pontiac Firebird.
It's 80s action movie rules. People fit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Pretty small back set.
No, they upgrade to better cars. What are you talking about?
You've got something bigger for this movie because we recast, right? So you've got something bigger that's still, like the seats push back or something, and people can just jump out of there, something like that.
Okay.
Both the psychic and your car have disappeared. We're not sure why, and somehow or another you wound up with this elevated 4x4 with the gigantic knobby wheels, and you're a little pissed about it. But everyone thinks
that doesn't work with me. I am unfortunately responsible for Malcolm. Well, not unfortunately, but I've got hooked into an agreement. Some details I was not aware of that basically if he dies, I die. So I have to keep him alive.
You'd make it sound like such a chore.
Some days. So I don't really like guns. I mean, I can use them, but I prefer knives. I think, as far as a look, Jason Stratham. Always in the suit. Basically, inside the suit, there are knives lined up all up in the jacket. There's up sleeves everywhere. And that's probably it. My style is cool, so.
I hand him his knife. Here's Rebecca. I walk away.
You didn't clean her or sharpen her.
Sorry, I was just trying to pick the meat out of my teeth. I didn't think it needed sharpening after that.
The camera focuses on Jason, not his expression. So, anyway, that's me.
So, Drospuche. I am Paulina Mariani. And I am Brata. My husband and father were all killed. It was tragic. My mother is dead. And I seek revenge.
Trying to picture Malcolm. Malcolm's just staring at you. Like, he has eyes kind of wide. And then turns to Jason. Without really taking his eyes off of you.
It's difficult to stare.
She's really pretty.
Appropriate. Let me put you in the back seat.
What? Huh? What?
Behave.
What? What are you talking about? I'm fine. Hey, Paulina, have I mentioned I'm a monster hunter? I kill monsters.
Have you killed Lik Horadka?
Horadka? What's that? He pulls out a really big book and starts flipping through. How you spell that? I could probably kill it.
There were 12 of them. There are 11 left. I killed one. The first one to die in millennia.
How do you spell that? Is that in Russian?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. He shuts the book. I'll get to it. I'm gonna kill all the monsters.
He's very ambitious.
I got time. I'm 14. But, I'm a manly 14.
Slow your roll there, Malcolm.
What?
I see.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
My apologies, Paulina. He's only 14.
Duh. I had killed 5 men before I was 14.
Oh, he's never going to let go. Okay.
Well, I only turned 14 this year, admittedly. And I've lost track of how many things I've killed.
Okay, it's
very impressive.
He smiles.
Can you count higher than your fingers?
He's trying to work out. Was that an insult?
Yes.
Just let it lie. Malcolm, just walk away.
He doesn't say anything. He sulks instead. When in doubt, he picks up his book.
Well, that's a good question. I would think that you guys have somewhere you are when you're not out actively fighting monsters. Got some kind of home base of some sort. Be it, squatting in an abandoned warehouse or something along those lines.
Yeah. Yeah, those are pretty fashionable in the mid-'80s, weren't they?
Of course.
They were everywhere for some inexplicable reason.
Weirdly enough, they were freely available.
Readily available.
And in great shape, even though they were abandoned. We really built them in the 80s. You don't understand.
So, all right. Well, I go over and
That's
fix
not in a
nice big glass of Tang and sit down with my favorite book.
all right.
The Tome of Evildoers or something to that effect.
Is that a comic book?
Fix it up. No, nonfiction. Because I'm manly like that.
Okay. So you guys are hanging out at your warehouse, and of course, it's not in a very great part of town because all warehouse home bases were not in great parts of town. Very important. Very, very important. So imagine right now, Dirk, this is off-duty time for you. This is certainly not a sanctioned activity with the LAPD. They do not believe in monsters and whatnot.
So, hey, a hard pack. So, are there other cops who believe in monsters or just you?
He says, I believe in monsters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I walked by Jace. He's in for a shock. He's old.
So if you do,
I had to give him CPR or something, and I ain't kissing him.
Look, Junior, I'm 7 days from retirement.
Yep.
I ain't looking for any trouble.
Old. I don't know if you're too old for this.
Listen, I had 25 partners die on me in my career. I could take anything.
He looks at you. You know you have a pentagram on your back, right?
What? I've never seen that there before. What are you talking about?
How would you see it? It's right on it's in the middle of your back between your shoulder blades. How would you have ever seen that?
Well, yeah, every morning, and I check myself out in the mirror head to toe.
Uh-huh. Here, come here. He reaches in his bag of junk, pulls out a black candle, lights it, holds it up. All right, stand in front of this mirror. Okay, now use this mirror, look in that mirror to look at that mirror.
The first thing he does is fixes his hair.
Yes, it's still all going gray. Now look.
Yes, but I'm a good-looking man. Great. Oh,
he wears it very well.
Whatever.
So while the candle incident is going on, there is a knock at the door to the warehouse.
Jace will go over. Y'all are busy with the candle in the mirror.
All right. Now, you see that? It's glowing right there. Can you see it?
How did that get there?
It's always been there. The curse, stupid. That's why people keep dying. Zip it shut.
Listen, I've worked in the streets of LA.
What?
It's not that.
No. That's definitely a curse. I mean, mind you, I'm a novice at curses, but that pentagram on that one with the weird squigglies around, that's definitely a curse.
I don't believe in no curses. I believe in voodoo. I don't believe in magic. I don't believe in monsters.
I mean, we'll die. No, I think we're exempt.
Well, I have to ask, how'd you end up here then, Dirk?
Look, sometimes I moonlight. It seemed like an easy assignment.
Oh, I needed some muscle.
Wait, so who hired you? Because
Who indeed?
I don't know.
Well, we're out of psychic, so we need a little bit extra help.
oh, next Could you say something when you bring the new blood on? I mean, maybe you got to make sure that we work together. Synergy. Synergy. Working.
Anyone that will keep you quiet.
When he says synergy, Dirk has a really confused look in his face. Like, he doesn't really know what that word means.
Like, we haven't invented a meaning for it yet.
It's like, I think it was just coming out.
I'm also curious how Paulina got into the group.
Huh?
Did you find us up in Monster Hunter's Yellow Pages or
Little my name is
Coincidence, I think.
it was on Craigslist?
Yeah.
What is Craigslist?
Please see. And why am I on his list?
Right now, Craigslist is the bulletin board at your local laundromat.
That's true, yeah. The 80s.
So,
It's 80s.
I'm sure we'll find out answers to some of these questions as we go. But,
Okay.
Who was knocking?
but first, there's a knock at the door that you were going to answer.
I, hand in jacket, open the door.
All right, and so you open the door to find there is a woman at the door, kind of dressed conservatively. She's got a sweater on and got kind of a sundress working for her. There definitely looks like your stereotypical suburban mom.
So out of place in this neighborhood.
Like a sore thumb.
Yes, may I help you?
I hope I have the right place. She's kind of looking down at like a piece of paper in her hand that you can't see what's on it.
Depends on what you're looking for.
Well, Jared said you guys could help me with the problem. Jared's Bob's character's name.
Oh,
We name drop him
Jared's.
here.
If it's somebody selling Amway, we don't want none.
I have my back to him, but I just kind of sigh.
What did you say, Andrew? I didn't catch your.
Oh, she went to Jared's.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Keep my thoughts to myself.
No.
I open the door a little bit more. Come right in. You came to the right place.
Timidly steps in, kind of looking around at her surroundings.
I'll reach out and to offer my hand to shake. My name is Jace. And you are?
My name is Jane Williams.
Jane Williams. Well, Miss Williams, if you come right this way, I can introduce you to the rest of the crew, I guess.
Thanks. Thank you. Yeah.
And see how we can help you.
So Jace brings suburban house mom Jane Williams to the rest of you.
And I quickly kind of make quick introductions to everyone, first names only kind of thing.
Okay. Malcolm's eating a sandwich. You're not Amway?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not selling Amway.
All right. Okay.
Probably a job, Malcolm.
Oh, well, why do you say that?
Always starts right here. The person knows. Yes, Miss Williams. Could you go into? I guess what kind of help do you need?
Well, it's the rest of my the rest of my family. We have my husband Dave, my two kids, Ricky, and blanks on the name of second kid for a second here, and Jimmy.
Ricky and Jimmy.
I started to write down second kid, but
Ricky and the other one.
You sure it's not Wally? Not Wally?
Not Wally, sorry. The middle name. Wallace, actually. But there's been weird things happening at my house. It's hard to explain. My husband just not been himself of late. He's tired all the time and seems to be getting him sick fairly often here of late. And but my kids, and they're sick, they're healthy, but it's like they're different people almost.
Paulina goes from like actually yawning in boredom to straightening up. And this happened at the same time?
Yeah. It's been a couple of weeks now. Since my sons had some friends over. They were in the basement playing that game that they play, the one with the dice.
Craps?
No. They pretended
Dungeons and Dragons. That's the one?
Yeah.
Very popular with the kids.
Pretend to fight monsters, and when I didn't think it was a good idea, they say that's they say that stuff is evil, but
it's stupid and geeky. A fool would play that.
Malcolm.
What? We're all thinking it.
We go to help.
Oh, thanks. I can pay. We don't,
Oh,
I don't know what you guys charge, but
we charge a lot. Right? Don't we, Chase? We charge, yeah. Competitive rates. Competitive high rates. Yeah.
I will list a kind of standard,
So
standard fee.
you think the kids are like summoning the devil with their D&D games?
I've heard that's possible.
Yes, I've heard of this before.
I mean, there's a movie a couple of years back that that guy guy went crazy and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of bad things that can happen with those things. I mean, I didn't want him to do it, but Dave, insisted. He said it'd be fine.
So wait, your husband said it was okay, then he got sick and the kids got crazy.
Yeah, it kind of seems that way, doesn't it?
You sure they just aren't on drugs? I mean, that'll make them crazy too.
I don't hope not.
I once saw this guy on PCP punch through a windshield and yank out his ex-brother-in-law and beat him repeatedly on the hood of the car by his ankles until he
Malcolm.
Malcolm. What?
Jane is horrified by
really
your
the right time to discuss.
It's very clear she's horrified.
Does name Chernobog mean anything to you?
What was that name again? Sorry, I missed it.
Chernobog.
So he kind of pauses like, sounds familiar. Maybe that was the monster they were fighting in that game.
She looks grim, and then addresses the rest of the team and just doesn't address her. Is likely children summon dark god. and Dark God, he summons servants. Bikoradka.
Oh. Wow, that was easy. Okay, well, let's get the gear and go kill it.
We should at least go head there and see if confirm if that's what it is, or
Should I bring the flamethrower in case we gotta burn their Dungeons and Dragons?
no.
Wait,
Oh,
you have
come
a
on!
flamethrower?
You're grounded from the flamethrower. You remember the last
I
time?
don't use the flamethrower anymore. One little building full of people, and suddenly you're like,
Wait. Son, you have a flamethrower?
yeah, he keeps it locked up over there. Don't give me the key.
Permit for that flamethrower?
A what?
A permit?
No, that's why it's locked up.
Permit? What's he talking about? Permit? Who gets a permit for a flamethrower?
To own a flamethrower in Los
Only the
Angeles.
good guys.
Suddenly he'll be like, you need a permit for the missile launcher. Urgh.
Well, no, you have to be part of the government to have a missile launcher.
You know, you have a lot of rules. You know, you can't fight evil with rules.
Malcolm, have someone ever told you that you talk a lot?
You tell me that every day at least 10 times, and you see the effect that it's had. My self-esteem has been wounded, injured.
If only.
While they're bickering, she'll turn back to the lady and say, "What is your address?"
Where are the nuclear vessels?
Trying to run a professional place here.
Trying to anyway. God damn it.
Maybe you should hire literally anyone else, Will.
Right, I know. No, I mean, Pauline is probably the only one that's handling it well.
Oh, wait, just wait for this.
Okay.
Let's see.
What could go wrong?
Finding a good place here.
What do you?
So yeah, she gives you an address. Not gonna go into exact address and give you Google directions and whatnot, but it's in the it's in the San Gabriel Valley. A nice a nice upscale suburban neighborhood.
And when will children and husband be home?
Well, my husband's home now. He was too sick to go to work. The kids should be back from school. She kind of looks down at him, watching her. Should be back from school in a couple of hours.
I think when we are there, you should not be.
Oh, but what about my family?
We take care of them. Go to American Dance Studio or out for $3 coffee.
$3 coffee.
It's the 80s.
It's 80s, yeah.
It's true, you're right.
Yeah.
Either that or a Holiday Inn. I hear they're really nice.
They get the holiday.
Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. I'll if you guys say so, but you guys can help, right?
Da. We help. You go now.
She kind of nods awkwardly and kind of exits.
So as soon as she leaves, like a small throwing knife appears in Paulina's hand, and she uses it to kind of pick something out of from one of her fingernails. So, how many of you have killed children?
I did really
Wait a minute.
a kid really bad. It's strange. I haven't killed any monster children yet.
You do mean if the children are actual creatures, right?
Yes.
and not just regular children.
Well, to find the creature, I think we will hurt them first.
Wait a minute. Okay, so I accept I'm odd as young teenagers go. I'm unusual.
I'll say.
I do, stuff. But most kids who are my age aren't like me. They're,
Innocent.
I was going to go for younger, but okay. I guess do I see a Chernobog entry in my tome of very bad things?
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's in the section that you're that the really never qualifies for the really dangerous section of the book there.
The advanced level creatures.
Yeah, the stuff that we don't mess with. This is bad. We're gonna need chalk. And I hand Jace a piece of paper. You're gonna have to read that. Wait. Has to be read by a virgin.
I give it back.
I hate you.
Don't worry, kid. Your day will come.
All right, so one of the people has to be, I guess, the father, maybe. Surround him in the chalk and then read this, and then.
Well, shouldn't we confirm it's a Chernobog?
I think that's kind of how we have to go about confining them. If it.
Oh, we lost our Russian mafia.
We lost the
expert.
Russian.
Well, good. The children will live. And I think Bryce locked up. Okay, yeah. So we lost both of them.
Oh, there we go. So, all right. So we have the Russian back. And
hey, you can't hear it till he gets his headphones back on.
Hey, do you guys used to use chalk and you actually surround one of the people in the chalk and then you have to read this ritual?
Sorry, we got disconnected there.
Oh, okay. I asked, what's her name?
Paulina?
Paulina. Hey, have you guys ever used the chalk with the whole ritual thing, reading thing to see if you can determine if they're in there and then agitate them or something? You ever tried that?
Niet.
Right.
The one I kill, I trap in light first.
Okay, we may have to try both techniques, see what happens. All right.
Before we start talking about hurting and killing kids, is there a way to confirm that this is a Chernobog?
I hold up the book. That's what the chalk is for in the ritual, but you got to get them in there.
If it is Chernobog, we are in, how you say, big trouble. Chernobog is a god.
Fighting god. Yeah.
Is more likely Lik Haraka.
Run in with some followers of Set once. That was not fun. Not fun at all.
Yeah, I was one that cleaned up the back seat.
Not fun. All right, let's go. I pick up my bag. Check my clips.
Notice that I've taken all the grenades out since what neighborhood we were in going to.
How you expect me to fight if you keep taking all my stuff?
No grenades.
Can they have grenades?
I can. I'm authorized to have grenades.
Oh, good. I'll just use this. We're good. Okay, let's go.
No. I'm authorized to use grenades.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What you said. Okay.
That means I use the grenades.
Uh-huh.
At my discretion.
Yes. You are absolutely right.
Oh, this is gonna go so well.
If you blow them up, if if the children blow up too soon, the lead I can't even say it now. Likoradka will escape.
Listen, lady, I know what happens in your commie country, but we don't blow up kids in the LAPD.
Funny is not what I heard, but whatever.
Jason's just walked out at this point.
I pick up my
For the best.
sound. Yes, I think the LAPD with the height of their popularity, Black community, and
A few years off when they get really popular.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going with the murdering children plan? Is that what I'm gathering from this?
No, I'm trying to avoid that.
I think there was a roll that was supposed to be made while Bryce and I were being disconnected.
A roll? By who?
Oh,
A roll or some info or something.
Oh yeah, I was giving out info about Chernobog from your book there.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't hear all of that.
Yeah, basically he is a dark god. Known as the evil god or the evil of God. Pretty much all sorts of terrible there. Let's see. Some other, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Anything here real quick there. Yeah, name literally means some black god. The Wikipedia entry is a bit light here on details of that, but yeah, as you look through there, this god was known to terrorize Russia, the Slavic countries in the 12th and 13th centuries, where a lot of these tales come from. Blight upon the land, enslaving the populace, using them to complete, using his slaves to carry out his bidding in order to reshape the world. Basically, wherever he goes, there's going to be death.
Okay, so yeah,
good.
we can't really mess around with this guy. We gotta take him out hard.
Well, Polina doesn't think it's Chernobog. She thinks they summoned Chernobog, who sent down his followers, the Likoradka. Likoradka.
Do you spell that for me?
In chat.
They basically possess people and make them sick and feed off their life force.
Okay. So, yeah, they're probably difficult to kill too.
Yeah, because they're possessing somebody. Damn.
Okay. This is funny. I put this in and I have half my images are of these terrifying kind of witchy looking creatures. The other half is like meat.
Meat. Well, it's interesting from a language point of view because Likharadka, there were 12 of them, and they have become like 12 different aspects of being sick, or 12 common sicknesses. Like Likharadka itself has become a fever.
Oh wow, that's kind of interesting.
Yep.
All right. Well, damn it.
Mythology's fun.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Especially when it informs your modern day stuff.
true that.
All right. All right, let's go kill some Likharadka.
Alright.
And
So we
they're hosts if necessary, but not unless, except only if necessary. You try not to kill kids. Leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
I'd like to try to avoid the killing the kids plan.
Wait, if I'm a kid, and I was gonna say it'd be better if I did it if I'm a kid, but that logic doesn't seem to make sense to me. Would it be worse if you did it?
It wouldn't matter who did it.
You're probably right. I don't like it either.
So what is plan?
We go and we look and see what we got, and then if we have to, we do what we got to.
Is there a way to detect these? Well,
the book?
Book. Yes, I know the book. I don't think the kids are going to sit in a circle voluntarily.
I didn't say it'd be easy. Neither does the book. In fact, it says this is not easy. See that right there? Right there? Right there. It says right there. This is not easy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it does.
Not easy. Maybe you have to hold them down.
I'll be happy when you get past the stage.
What stage?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, teenage. Anyway.
You think I'm going to be easy to do with when I'm older? Come on, old.
Then I won't get arrested for punching you.
Come on, old driver. Keep me alive. He heads
All
out
that just for the car.
with the gear.
This is a problem with American children. They're not punished.
You know, you're preaching to the choir.
Sets up in the back seat, opens the book, contentedly starts reading.
I look back at, I don't know if Dirk's in the back or, Dirk, I hope we're probably going to do some things that are not necessarily going to be according to LAPD statutes.
Well, LAPD does bend the rules from time to time.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Malcolm,
LAPD rule book.
Malcolm saw the opening, looked up, looked at Dirk, looked back down at his book. Said nothing. Said nothing.
There is hope. Keep on driving.
Alright, so you guys are driving.
Well over the speed limit because that's fashionable.
Are you driving over the speed limit, James?
Probably not. No, that would be bad.
There's not a need to at this point, and I'd rather not get pulled over with the arsenal that we have in the trunk. And considering how Malcolm talks.
If we are pulled over, we can put police in trunk.
With all of the weapons.
No.
No one.
I like her. I like her a lot.
Not in
So,
America.
hey there. Let's do some mechanics. Dirk, Mr. Police Officer, why don't you give me a wits roll?
Be witty.
Be witty.
Wits is 3. My roll is 9, so 12.
Nice. It's a success. So you guys are cruising. There's talk of shoving people into trunks in the event of getting pulled over. Dirk, you're a police officer. You know, 7 days from retirement and whatnot, just trying to get by here. And because of your police officer training, you notice that it's doing its best to blend in and observe, but you guys are being tailed by, it is a black sedan.
Anyone else notice that black sedan?
You guys do when he points it out.
Yeah, I'm.
Like,
I look.
No, don't.
Don't turn around and look. Looking at Jace.
well, we do have to say it, Malcolm. Yeah, I was starting to wonder.
Who is it?
Hmm?
Who is it?
Don't know. Do we want to find out or do we want to lose them?
Well, if we find out, that's gonna leave marks and make noise. We lose them.
Not necessarily. Jace is going to what describe the road. Are we like 2-lane, 3-lane?
Well, it's a black pavement.
I'll walk into that one, yeah.
With yellow lines going straight up.
Yellow. You got a double yellow line on your left.
Buildings on either side of the roads.
Curbs,
Let me
sidewalks,
describe what I want to do.
pedestrians.
Then you can tell me if the traffic pattern and road will allow for this. My thought is to pull into empty lane oncoming traffic, basically across the yellow line, and slow down so I'm right side by side of the car. That's telling us. Just real quickly slow down so we can just look in the window kind of thing.
What time of night is it? I assume it's nighttime.
No, it's afternoon because the kids aren't home from school quite yet.
Yeah, it's afternoon.
It's daytime. Okay. Is it during?
Because I'm figuring they're not going to expect that.
It's LA. Chase, you trying to kill us? I ain't gonna look.
Roll it, wheelman.
And that is right. Yeah. 13.
All right. So
This is what I excel at.
So yeah, you veer into oncoming traffic essentially, and so you got, of course, the requisite, forward-facing shot of cars flashing their lights and honking and swerving out of the way of you and whatnot, and then you lock it down and end up side by side with them, with this car, and you've got two people sitting in it. You have driver, passenger. The sedan is pretty good. Is the good side. You would make it out as Ford Crown Victoria. And you've got two guys in suits and sunglasses. One driving, one in the passenger seat.
Want me to
of course.
Very surprised, I guess.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
You want me to shoot them?
No.
Not at the moment.
Grenade?
No.
Grenade? Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Are they going? Do we recognize them? Are they going for guns? Anything like
They're
that?
not going for guns. You don't recognize them. They're stunned, and so you slow down to like match their speed, or do you like slow down to stop and like you actually come to a stop? Just like catch a glimpse at them as they go on by. How are you playing it here?
Maybe we should follow them.
That's what I was thinking. Almost get behind them and see what they do. Yeah.
If you want to, you got a 13. However you want to maneuver this car, you can maneuver it.
We'll see what they do, because maybe they'll pull over knowing they've been caught, because it's obvious they can't. I'll get behind them and follow them for a little bit, see if they lead off to like pull over or.
They do not pull over. They you follow them. You're following them for a bit, and they're obeying all traffic laws. Definitely seem to be playing it cool. But you're pretty familiar with this city, and it doesn't seem like they're actually going anywhere. But they're making turns, and it's almost like they're making circles.
Hey, Hardpack. Hey, can you run your license plate? Like call a friend or something and have them run that plate.
We'd have to find a phone.
There is one at house.
Right. I'll write it down on a piece of paper.
And after a while, then I guess once that's they've gotten the license plate, then I'll wait till they make a left turn or whatever, and then I'll go straight and I'll gun it.
Yeah. So you accelerate away.
Let me look up something here. When were cell phones invented?
Oh my gosh, no. We have a cell phone.
I think I established I had a car phone.
You have a car phone. We have a car phone.
That's right. You do have a car phone.
I mentioned I had it because
Okay. So then, don't leave yet. Then don't.
Okay, that's true. I forgot about that.
You have a car phone.
So when you called, basically pick up the phone and stretch the cord back because it's corded into the console. Just use this.
They won't let me use it anymore. One little call to Singapore, and they're like, "You can't use it anymore."
That would cost like $9,000 in the 80s.
Yeah.
Son,
Little
using
call.
a phone for long distance call is a privilege, not a right.
Who do you know in Singapore?
Oh, I don't know anybody in Singapore. I was just calling.
I thought girlfriend, maybe.
Sorry.
Really?
I look straight to anything. But you see the shoulder shake from the muffled, the restrained laugh.
So anyway, yeah, you can't do anything. They use a car phone. Stay away from my grenades. I really like your grenade idea, but Jason, the cop, don't want them. I don't know. I don't understand.
I'm trying to call, kid. Be quiet for once.
The reception's not good.
You can't remember the numbers.
I'm on the car phone.
Jones!
So yeah, you call you use one of your lifelines to phone a friend. So yeah, you get them. Yeah. Like yeah, this is Detective Clifford good name here. Clifford Holt.
Sorry.
It's Dirk Hardpack.
It kind of sounds like Hardpack?
Yes.
I'm not gonna die by being on this phone call with you, am I?
Ha ha ha. I need you to run this plate.
Okay.
License plate is up there.
in Echo. V is in Victor. L is in Loser.
Lima,
D is in Dog.
Delta.
You hear the clacking of them.
Something I look at her, it's like,
She knows her phonetic alphabet.
Mm.
03R is in Roger.
You hear the clacking of them loud computer keyboard.
It's important to decrypt FBI communications.
Yeah, we're LAPD.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Our commissioner, he is on our payroll.
Yes, start laughing uncontrollably.
Commissioner's not a commie.
Oh, a businessman.
I think he gets it.
It's an inordinate wait time while people impugn the integrity of the police commissioner of the city of Los Angeles.
I just suggested that he's a businessman. Knows when it presents itself.
And Holt comes back and says, "You sure you gave me these? Gave me this right? There, Dirk."
Of course I give.
It's coming up as government plates.
Ooh.
Are you sure?
Ran it twice, yeah.
What branch?
Yeah, looks like you've got them. You've got some FBI boys there. Giving you a hard time.
No, just notice suspicious activity.
But the FBI, probably just, trying to find. They couldn't find their ashes with both hands and a flashlight. So.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. You kind of reach over and try to hang up the phone.
Click. Hold like I'm still here. You haven't hung up. You gotta push the button. The red button.
Turn off.
You are charged for every minute.
Well,
every second. Prorated minutes.
Our little escapade here is a check to the FBI.
What escapade? We haven't done anything yet.
Gee, I wonder if there's things in the past that might have drawn the attention of the government.
Listen, driver, you're just as guilty of doing questionable things as I ever was. In fact, you've been doing questionable things longer than I ever have. So don't act like it's all on me. It's not just me. You're kind of twisted and evil too.
You're just louder at it.
Yeah, because that works for me. It works for me. What?
I'm my police pad writing down things.
Mm.
And then I decide to break off from at this point then.
Mm.
When they make another turn trying to circle, I go straight and gun it and side streets and stuff like that to try to lose them.
Don't they have an office in town?
Oh yeah, of course they would do. There's definitely an FBI field office in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to go check them out.
Why?
Well, unless you got somebody in there who's on your payroll.
FBI, they are harmless. The Horadka, they are not.
Yeah.
Gotta agree. Yeah, we've got more baddies, more immediate concerns.
One issue at a time, huh? All right.
But I do try to lose them, make sure I significantly lose them before heading the rest of the way to the house.
You've got that 13. You can definitely check them if that's what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
So, do we have a cover story, or are we just gonna walk in there and be like, "Hi, we're here to extinguish evil"?
Well, it sounds like Mom's going to be gone. Dad's not there yet. Kids won't
But
be.
Dad was there.
Dad's there. He was sick. He was too sick to go to work.
That's right.
Yeah. kids were on their way home from school in a couple of hours, is what she said.
That's right.
So yeah, cover story or I mean, we still have those exterminator outfits in the trunk, you know.
When does the cover story ever actually panned out?
If he is sick, he will not come to door.
Maybe the plumber outfits. We got some plumber outfits. No.
If he is sick, he will not come to door.
Yeah.
So we go in.
We don't have any lab coats. I don't. Okay, I guess we'll have to sneak in. Yeah.
Sneak.
I like her. What's not to like?
Two of them. There's two of them.
She's awesome.
I kind of look apologetically over at Dirk.
When I get older, I'm
so sorry.
I'm totally gonna marry you when I'm old enough. Wait, what's the marrying age in Russia?
You broke up.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, what's the marrying age in Russia? When I get old enough, I'm totally gonna marry you.
12.
Yes, we could do this tomorrow. I know a place, Nevada.
Russia?
Nevada, Russia? No. But I think he might get married in Nevada. That's what I hear. I'll look into it.
You do that.
Hormones.
I kind of lean over to, at least you'd be rid of the kid.
Yeah, but until I get rid of the contract, I gotta keep him in my sights.
What is it?
Whose contract?
I don't know that we established a name.
I can give you a
if you have a name, I'll.
I do have a name.
Okay.
The name that you have. Anyway, no guarantees if it's his actual name or his, but Cyrus Point.
Cyrus Point?
Yes.
It's a Cyrus Point.
Sounds Greek. Map?
Underworldly.
Definitely more under and definitely world.
Kind of the spooky sorts.
It does not sound Yakuza.
Supernatural underworld.
Oh. Interesting. So how you get contract?
I look at Jace. I'm not telling the story. I look back down.
Wow, the kid shut up for once.
I was in a bad spot. I needed some cash and some wheels.
And a place to hide. Don't forget that.
Trying to. The only stipulation was I had to provide protection or had to watch over this one.
I see. So English, it is hard language, no?
Oh, it's not a hard language.
Monster hunter.
Yeah. Wasn't my brightest moment.
She nods very sagely, like she's finally figured something out.
Wow. You're really mad at me right now, aren't you?
Me?
No. Him.
Oh.
Jace.
I did what I did. I'll live with it. I guess, or I won't.
Well, kept you alive this long, haven't I? Look back down at the book.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm probably pushing the gas pedal a little bit harder. Shorten the trip.
I lean over and I say, he really, really resents the fact that I'm the tough one. And he hates it.
In Russia, our valets are not so lippy.
Like, oh God, he may kill us all now. He's driving us right off a cliff. I'm like, I look at her, I look in the mirror, and then I look back down.
You see the eyes looking straight at the road, and because I have the driving gloves on, you can't see the white knuckles.
So after a bit of driving,
Like 3 seconds later.
The tension mobile arrives in a very nice neighborhood in the San Gabriel Valley. Pull up to the house. It's kind of a split level home. 2-car garage.
Ow.
Well manicured lawn.
Isn't this place a desert? I mean, like on the map it says it's a desert. This is the greenest desert.
Paulina like immediately stops to pick like a daffodil from the garden.
It's like, huh. This is why the whole world is tilting out of balance. Things are not where they should be. He makes that
Focus.
Yeah.
Focus, Malcolm.
I want to be a wizard who defends the earth when I grow up.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, so yeah, it is like the picture of suburbia.
Urban, idyllic suburban.
Idyllic suburbia, you got an actual welcome mat on the front. The front door's got a
neighbor cutting the grass next door, and there's people playing down the street. And,
oh yeah.
Wow. You realize all of this was buried on some burial ground, right? All of this was built on some burial ground. It's just too pretty. I saw this movie the other day.
Focus.
It was built.
Focus.
You really just say that when you want me to stop talking.
Sleepy.
I ring the doorbell.
Paulina, you seem to know a lot of these about these Chinobogs. Or about Chinobog and
the Horadka.
Yes.
Chinobog is like boss.
You said it makes people sick, feeding off their energy and such.
Yeah. Does
it make the person that's sick? Are they the one under control, or are they just a energy source? In other words, do we have to worry about the dad being a threat?
Yeah. Of course. The Horadka, they are inside.
Feeding.
Yeah. But also they can control the human.
So if we kept the kids out and we found a way to break their connection, okay, I have some salt in the car. I think I can actually, if I can block the entryways, no, it wouldn't be enough salt. I'd have to do the whole house.
Salt.
Huh?
Salt. Why salt?
Blocks magic. I don't know. Weird. Who would have thought? I thought it just was good on chicken, but So we keep
So,
across the entryways. They'll keep them from being able to walk in through the doors. Keep them out of the way.
Unless they are host.
It's always an exception with Russians.
Meanwhile, after a long moment, the door finally opens. Man answers. Looks like he might have once been the perfect suburban husband to Jane's perfect suburban wife, but he's definitely pale. Got like this big dark circles and bags under his eyes. His hair's mussed up. He's got kind of some stubble working for him, wearing kind of like, wearing a white t-shirt and some shorts there. Winded.
Malcolm goes, "Hi, sir. My name is Malcolm, and I'm with Boy Scouts of America. And we're here to let you know that you have just won Dad of the Month prize." Now, I know that you're thinking, what, me? Yeah, I'm a great dad, but do I deserve a prize? Well, sir, let me tell you, not only do you deserve a prize, you won. Now, I know you didn't think your wife would put you in for something like this, but she did. And I brought myself here with my adult friends to help you do all those lovely dad things around the house that you just hate doing. It's been my experience that married, upstanding guys like yourself have what is usually referred to as a honey-do list, which is really more like a honey, you better get your ass in there and do it. Oops, I'm sorry. I said profanity. I am so sorry. But you and I both know that you would really rather have somebody else do that honey-do list. And we're here to help you. Congratulations. So we got our tools in this bag right here. Put us to work.
I love that spiel so much. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it.
And Jace just starts walking in.
Well, I guess.
All right.
The fridge has been acting up. Do you guys know anything about refrigerators? Or no, you guys probably wouldn't. There's probably not a merit badge for the railing for the stairs down to the basement.
Absolutely, sir. I have my railing in basement stair badge. No problem. Just sit in this recliner right here.
He kind of collapses into it with kind of a wheezing sigh.
He goes, he massages his shoulders a little bit. You just get comfortable. He goes, and I'm just going to head and get you a nice cool drink. He walks in, puts some water, grabs the salt, puts it around the recliner. Here, drink that. I'm just going to put down some freshener on the carpet. He just sprinkles it in a circle all the way around.
No.
He kind of blinks. It's like salt. What?
I know. It absorbs odors. Who knew?
Paulina steps forward, and wherever his eyes are looking, she that's the angle her arm comes up from with the daffodil, and she gives him a very, very pretty smile. She says, "Congratulations." Sounded more Scottish. I don't know what the hell that was.
Giving her all she's got, Captain.
Yes.
She is brought from Scotland. It's her Russian.
It's a myriad history. I don't have time to go into it.
Scotch Russian. That's a thing.
It's complicated.
Russian on my mother's side. Oh, thanks.
She's gonna. I assume he takes it.
Yeah.
And as he's holding it, she's watching it to see if it starts wilting or anything.
All right. He starts doing this chant. he starts reading the chant.
So the daffodil does have to kind of wilt.
Yeah, he's just kind of mumbling his little chant thing, kind of out of his field of vision.
So you said the daffodil does wilt?
Yes.
It sucked the life right out of it. Not good. All right. I don't know if this is going to work or not, so I'm just trying it.
All right. So what are you trying to do?
I'm trying that ritual that apparently only virgins can do.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, y'all got disconnected that part. Okay, he handed the spell to me and said you had to read it. Oh, but it has to be a virgin, so I handed it back to him.
I missed that part.
Nice.
All right, give me a brains roll here.
Okay, it's okay. Since apparently I'm the only virgin in the group. Oh God. I rolled 2 1s.
Nice.
Well, fortunately, there's no botch rule in this game, but that is most certainly inexorably a failure.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, nah, nothing. Well, that's not gonna work. So let's go. I like your plan.
Yeah, it does not work, and yeah, it definitely does not work. You kind of feel kind of this weird gust rumble thing that kind of comes up from the basement.
Yeah.
All right. Next idea. So you said that we should use the grenade on him?
What?
Net.
No grenade. No grenade. Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard you. No grenade. Okay. What do we do? I mean, do we just ask it to come out and play, or bullet to the forehead? I don't know what the. I don't know how to play.
Check out that noise in the basement.
Dang, let's give me the scary stuff. Fine. I reach in, pull out my 45, chamber it, sure everything's good to go, and then I head on downstairs. Hey, yeah, never mind. I head on down the stairs.
Dirt, can you go with him to make sure he's okay?
Well, on my 45.
He's okay. You don't believe in monsters.
Let's go.
You probably want me to go first. I'm just saying.
Go ahead, kid.
All right. I head down the stairs, being real careful on the way down. Something made all of that racket.
Yeah. So you make it downstairs, furnished basement. It's finished. You got a carpet, several rooms, an entertainment room. Looks like. Also looks like this is kind of the kids' play area, and they've got a big round table set up. Looks like they've got 5 chairs at this table. Yeah, kind of does look like the Stranger Kids thing in some basement there. You got 5 tables. 5 chairs set up at this table. There's what appears to be a map of graph paper on the table. Some little figures. There's some dice. Got a GM screen set up facing one of the chairs.
So sad.
number of my got these character sheets.
I can feel the
around.
I can feel the nerdiness radiating from it. I walk around.
You'd be right into this stuff, kid.
Huh?
I thought you'd be into this stuff, kid.
No, why would I be into that? I fight real evil. Why do I need fake evil?
Yeah, whatever.
Sitting in the center of the table, kind of in the middle of this map as you get closer, there is a first it looked like it was a rock that was just sitting there. But as you get up on it and start to examine it, it is an irregular lump of stone, about the size of a mini football. That's got some, looks like it's got writing that's kind of carved into it. Although at first glance, you don't necessarily recognize the what kind of writing it is. It's going to take some time to study that. You do see that there's like a little ring that's kind of stretching, that kind of surrounds it on this thing, kind of almost kind of not burned paper, but kind of like when paper gets weathered and kind of
Yellow
and old and yellowed and stuff. It's kind of this perfect ring around, kind of going around the this rock there.
a gesture towards it with the pistol. That doesn't look right.
And while you're looking around there, Dirk, before Malcolm draws your attention to the stone, you find in amongst the gaming paraphernalia, you find a folder that's got a name that you recognize written on it. Property of Jason Best Jr. And Jason Best Sr. is one of your dearly departed partners.
Nice.
So the camera goes in on Dirk and it kind of goes wavy. And there's the next scene's two cops pulling up to a 7-Eleven.
Oh, a flashback.
And they both walk in, and immediately when they walk in, there's just someone robbing the 7-Eleven and turns around and shoots Dirk's partner.
I like it. Awesome. So, take a great point for your flashback there, Dirk. Dirk zones out while Malcolm regards the stone. Upstairs, what are you guys doing? The Dave Williams is kind of drifted off in his recliner, exhausted from the exertion apparently of opening the door.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, Paulina is turning on every light in the house.
Okay. Paulina's turning on every light in the house. Jace?
Jace is not sure as to why, but he's letting her do what she thinks she needs to do. And he is going to keep an eye, like looking out the front window or something like that to make sure,
Really?
watching for the kids to come home kind of thing. So they won't be surprised by them just storming in the door in the middle of whatever we end up doing.
All right. So yeah, you start to see kids kind of, they're not coming to the door, but they're kind of trickling into the neighborhood.
All right, everyone, we're in a limited time schedule.
So downstairs, with Dirk zoned out, what are you up to, Malcolm?
Dirk? Dirk?
He only wanted a Slurpee.
What? Hey, man, come back from wherever you just went. I need your help over here. Are you all right?
Yeah. Vanilla Slurpee. Oh. That's wrong. Well, what's up?
I point at the thing on the table. I think I found the source of some evil.
Interesting.
Does the book say anything about stone, little pieces of stone?
Yes. Chernobog, being an evil god who, of course, sought to shape things the way he wanted them, did demand of his subjects that they would create physical objects, talismans, whatever you want to call them, so that he could channel through, so that he could not only lord over his subjects, but inflict whatever punishments he needed to on his subjects should they attempt to rebel or push back against what he wanted.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is it. Well, Chernobog, whatever. Is there a tablecloth on this, or is it just, I mean...
Yeah, we're gonna say there's a tablecloth on there. Mom didn't want to scratch up the table with her dice.
Okay, cool. I take all the D&D stuff and just shove it off onto the floor without touching the stone in the middle. And then I use the tablecloth as like a bag, like handle, gather up all the corners and edges and just lift the thing off of the table.
All right.
Like, pull that. Handed the Dirk.
He takes it.
Don't touch it, it's evil. All right.
Wait, why'd you give it to me then?
Well, I don't want to hold on to it. Besides, foul up my aim.
You two hear a noise kind of behind you. If we were kind of like a camera shot, there'd all of a sudden be something behind you.
Okay. So
you hear breathing, kind of this loud, kind of snarling breathing.
All right. I turn around, smack him across the nose. Stop steaming up my tail.
you
No,
turn around and
I don't do that, but I turn around.
You turn around and your character does not play Dungeons and Dragons as established. But if he did, it would seem that you now find yourself staring at the chest of an orc.
Oh, crap. He does say that. Dirk, shoot it.
We'll shoot it.
All right. Combat ensues.
I
All
joined
right.
shooting.
All right. So the way initiative works is pretty much it's hero slot, bad guy slot, and alternating and whatnot there.
Okay.
So you're gonna go first there, Dirk.
Yeah.
And you're gonna roll guns because you were shooting it.
And I'm going to roll a total of 12.
Nice. So you swing around, see this hideous monster, kind of standing there, a club for some reason. And you just like instinct shoot and just nail it, center mass right there. It's right there. It staggers back a bit. So yeah, upstairs, Paulina, you have successfully turned on all the lights. Jace, you are watching for kids, and yeah, there's a gunshot from the basement.
What's really funny is just as he says, I was considering that. I think we may notice a gunfire from the basement. Blam, blam, blam.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, not that you can engage whatever's going on down there, but as I said, you certainly have the slot here too. If you wanted to head to the basement to react, you can do so.
I guess I might as well. I'm gonna. Is there a chain on, like the door, the front? I'm at the front door watching and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there like a way to put a chain on to make sure like kids
Of
don't
course.
come in
Of course.
behind us?
It's gonna be safe.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and of course, and then pull a knife out and start heading downstairs.
All right, Paulina.
So like, she had literally just picked up, like, there's a little end table or a little side table kind of in the room on the foyer, like where you throw your keys or whatever. She had literally just picked it up to start turning it over while wake up Dad. And the gunshot when Jace slams the chain on the door, considers it a minute, and then she props the table up against the door, like under, and she'll go down to the base.
I caught like half of that, even though I'm like in the next room. What the hell?
Talk louder. I'm sorry.
Use the table to prop it up against the door to actually act as a barrier to
All right.
she went down in the basement. Which,
Okay.
by the way, yes, you guys are breaking up quite a bit, though.
I don't know what's going on. Or it's kind of in a cranky mood for some reason.
Yeah, the Google, it is angry.
It's angry with us.
Indeed.
All right.
Oh no.
So it is what?
Mike activated my Google Home.
Right. I thought that's what I was wondering. I thought I heard.
Nice.
Sorry about that.
All right. So monster turn. Monster's gonna take a not like that. Monster's gonna take a swing at Dirk because Dirk just shot him, and not like that. So he like rears up with his club and comes swinging at you. So you need to make a moves roll, Dirk, to get out of the way of this.
10.
Costly success. All right. So you are able to, you can, all right. So costly, you can get out of the way of this club that's flying at you. But in doing so, you are going to either lose control of, because you've got the gun in one hand, you've got the tablecloth with the pure concentrated evil in the other hand. You're going to lose control of one of those two things, your choice. Or you cannot lose control of things and get hit with a club by an orc who's been shot and is angry about it.
I'll lose control of the evil.
All right. So you Dirkard pack out of the way and use that LAPD training. Club comes down, misses you easily. You got your gun. You're able to re-aim when you fire when your turn comes back around. But yeah, that tablecloth with that stone that Malcolm said was evil. You don't believe in such things. Whatever. Yeah, that's somewhere. Look, you deleted Mike from the universe. I hope you're happy.
You.
Just would vanish at his turn in the initiative.
Wow, I step away from the screen and everyone disappears.
No, just Mike, and it's his turn, so kind of got awkward.
Okay.
It got awkward.
When we were driving back in Indianapolis, I saw the 70 to go to Columbus. I'm like, let's go to Columbus. And it's like, start knocking on doors. Are you Mike or Bob?
Do you know a Mike or a Bob?
I'm looking for Bob Silverman. Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Get off my property.
Never speak of this again.
And by the way, I almost made it a fourth state, Bryce.
Oh my. Oh my. What's this almost? Commitment, John. Commitment.
Well, it was too early in the morning.
Oh, yeah. They don't do breakfast at Arby's, unfortunately.
What do you have for breakfast?
Meat, probably.
Roast beef and egg tacos?
Yes.
Oh, God, that sounds horrible.
Just so you know, William, I posted on my Facebook. We stopped for Arby's in Indiana, and I posted, I've now eaten Arby's in 3 states, and Bryce said I live the life that most people dream of.
That's right. It had to be said. It's an accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a difference between the states of Arby's? Or are they
No.
all the same? No? Okay.
Arby's is pretty much the same all over.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent all over the world. Well, my father-in-law said, well, we have one in Portland here. You want to eat there for dinner? And I'm like, no, twice in a day is kind of pushing it.
Just get a different sandwich. See?
I had to fill out something at work about like what I think I've accomplished and what my goals are and stuff like that. And one of the questions was, what would you like to say about your job in 1 year? And Bryce was like, welcome to Arby's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aiming
That good.
high? I don't know.
Not
I don't
good.
I triggered a 20-minute speech about how we need to be nice to each other.
Mm.
Because I told our HR director to fuck off again. She deserved it.
Be nice to
Maybe not
her.
that, but
Now fuck off.
Get bent. Not what I had in mind.
Only the HR person can say that.
yeah. Well, she's scared of me, so it doesn't take much.
Well, she's scared of most things.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I don't know why you
Mike.
like people, Andrea. You seem very nice.
Well, I know, but like when I'm in the middle of something and you keep repeating it, this thing that I'm trying to do does not matter. Does because I'm a human being and I can see it does. I finally just lose my shit.
Huh.
Yeah, I can stop her with a look. Like if I'm in the middle of something and I'm really pissy, if she comes around the corner to talk to me, all I have to do is look up at her and she stops dead and leaves. Yeah.
Oh no, Andrea's got crazy eyes.
I do. So
It's all bad.
we had a staff meeting today that took, and 20 minutes of it was my boss telling me that we need to be nice to each other. And I'm like, oh my God, what crazy fucking story did she tell him that I did? Like, all I said, and I said it in a very mean way, was, I don't give a fuck whose property it is. That's all I said. And she went running in there. I had to apologize to her. And then this triggered this. And I'm like, what did she tell him? Oh my God.
Andrea's being mean to me.
Exactly. I'm like, if I were her, I would be fucking ashamed of myself. I haven't gone running to a grown-up for help since I was like a wee little thing. You stop doing that.
She
When
used
you
the
start
F
paying your
word.
own insurance bills. I mean, come on.
She used the F word in the same room with me.
I actually did tell her to fuck off one day, like just point blank. It kind of came out of my mouth. It like happened in slow motion.
Oh no.
Like I could feel it coming out, but I couldn't stop it. It was horrible.
Damn it!
She stole my vacation days twice in a row.
Hmm.
So I was a little irritated.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
wow. That would get an F bomb, I think.
Yeah.
And like my vacation was over my birthday, which is in the first part of July. And she's gonna go to Tennessee. I'm like, fuck off. And then she looked really shocked and I didn't know how to cover. So I never did apologize for that one.
I know people there now. I could take care of her.
Yeah.
I know people
like
who
it.
know people.
I
Yeah.
like it.
My in-laws have a lot of property. I'm just
The place to dump a body. Just saying.
they've got a pond in the back.
Well, I kind of have a foolproof plan for that, right? Because we have the highway cleanup shit. I don't know if they have that in Texas, but up here in the Midwest, we do highway cleanup crews. So all you have to
pretend
do,
like we care about litter.
right?
Mhm.
But like all you have to do is chop up the body, separate it into bright orange garbage bags, and then on highway cleanup crew day, you leave the garbage bags on the side of the road.
You've put a little bit too much thought into this. None of this concerns me.
Wisconsin is a serial killer capital of the world. So,
Yes.
But you don't have to participate.
I'm just saying, it's good to know how you would dispose of a body if you needed to.
I don't know that it is.
Look, we've all accidentally killed a hobo. We know these things, right? Okay, we've all been there. We're among friends here. We can admit that, right?
I don't know that I would like to admit that.
I mean, we're only being recorded,
Especially since
on the internet.
Yeah, well, since we're on live, I definitely don't want to admit that. Google is watching.
Long story short, our HR manager is terrible. In the end.
Yeah.
My boss did outright scream at her one day. It was fantastic. He told her she needed to grow a spine in front of a driver and deal with her own problems for once. I was like, yes. I wish I could have been in that room to see her face, but I could hear him screaming from my desk, and I'm like, yes.
Instead of running to the management and say that someone told her to fuck off.
Well, she won't deal with problems by herself because she just she can't deal with controversy. So she's like the worst HR person ever. So
HR, you have to deal with controversy. That's your job.
So we had two drivers that literally got into a shouting match on school property because one parked in the bus lineup in the other spot. Very critical, apparently. And anyway, so they both called screaming at us. They were screaming at each other. I got the one calm down because when people are screaming at me, my Minnesota really comes out, and people can't be mad if you're using a really thick Minnesota accent. So I got the one calm down, and then the other one called right after out and said, I quit. I'm not dealing with this anymore. Bus keys are in the bus. I'm not coming back to the office. I quit. Get over it. I'm stupid. But anyway, so the other one, the one that was still with us, was in Shelly's office. And I can picture her doing this. I didn't see it happen, but I know exactly what happened. Is he went in there to complain. She was like, I don't know how to handle this. She went running into my manager's office, and my manager just fucking lost it. Because that's what I heard him saying. You need to grow a spine, Shelly. You need to learn how to deal with your own stuff. This kind of stuff is not going to stop happening. You are the HR manager. You need to learn how to handle this. And Gino, that's the driver. Gino, if I hear one more thing out of you, you are not going to have a job here anymore either. I'm like, oh, shit. Yes. I was so happy. But I'm the one who has to be nice to people.
Right.
Hello, Mike.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I did it.
Impromptu reboot.
Yeah, boy, my system did not like that either. Oh my gosh.
It's like, I don't like this, and I want to make you pay for it.
Boy, howdy. Okay, I'll be right back.
Lucky you didn't get the Windows update. Apparently there's a big Windows update today.
Oh, God.
That's why I did not reboot my computer.
I'll have to do that when we get done, so I can ponder the reboot for 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's great. That means when I go back to work on Monday,
Yeah.
I can't work.
Yeah. I made that mistake. It took like an hour and a half one day. I'm like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah. Apparently this was supposed to be a real long one.
That was another glorious morning, as what contributed to it taking so long for me to get my bus schedule done. So our HR or our IT department calls, and they're like, we have to update your system. We're like, okay. And they're like, you need to get out of all your programs. I'm like, oh, crap. I've got 32 trips tomorrow. I can't. So I printed the sheets, closed down my server stuff, update, and then they call back, and they're like, you've got people still in stuff. And, of course, Joni, who's, like, she is illiterate when it comes to pretty much most things. She was like, well, I'm looking at a blank screen. Andrea, do you still have Bus Hive open? And I said, no, I don't. I closed it. And then the guy on the other phone's like, no, she can be in Bus Hive. She can't be in any Microsoft product. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? You're killing me here. So I just shut down my email, Word, Excel, Access, like all of it. And I'm like, so I'm going to go to lunch now.
Yeah.
Be back in an hour because there's nothing I can do right now. Yeah.
Do you know what we do here?
I know. I'm like, why would you do this during business hours? What kind of crap company is this? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I left work in tears on Thursday because, and Wednesday was my bad day, but Thursday I left it in tears because they emailed, like corporate emailed out, and they were like, we're now charging a fuel surcharge starting on the 21st. You need to call all existing customers and tell them that the prices that they've signed their contracts for have gone up by 5%. I'm like, these people have already fucking paid. I'm not calling them and telling them they owe us another $7. It's bullshit. So I was incredibly upset. Michael's like, yeah, we're not doing that. Like, thank you. Going forward, yeah, absolutely. That's fine.
And isn't there a thing with if you signed a contract, you can't raise the price after the contract's been? Normally, that's what a contract is for. I'm locking in these prices until the end of the contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like the previous place I worked, there was wording on there that was basically like, look, if fuel goes up, we have a right to charge an additional fuel surcharge. And that's fine. But our contracts don't have that. And these people have already fucking paid. I'm not going to call. Like one guy had literally just walked his payment in, and his like 5% came to $7. I'm like, no. So yeah, I left in tears.
Since it's such a great idea, management, you call.
Yeah. Well, and they would too. But I mean, that's a real quick way to lose customers.
Right. What are you going to do? Cancel my contract and refund my money? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I could just say, no, I'll wait till next contract. Okay, now we have to give you all the money back.
Well, and that might work out east because they're like the premier provider out there, right? But here, we're trying to break into this market. You don't jerk people around when you're trying to break into a market.
Yeah, you give them discounts.
Exactly. Well, and that's what we've been doing. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? So yeah, going forward, fine. We'll charge an extra 5%. That's totally okay. The people we've quoted that haven't booked yet, if they quoted a while ago, that's fine. But like, no, oh my God. And a lot of these places, like, I've fought for these contracts and they're just upping the price. Well, hate all of you.
Mm.
But that was the better day of the week.
Oh my.
Yeah. Wednesday was just a cluster. That was the day I told Shelly to fuck off. I
Yeah,
felt
Dylan
a little
bit.
better. I felt a little better because the one of the other dispatchers witnessed it. And she's like, well, she got snotty with you first, and I really don't think you need to apologize. I'm like, well, that makes me feel better. Thank you. She's like, why did she just keep repeating it? I'm like, I don't know.
Raised a little sign.
That's why I got to see.
Got it the first time.
Yeah. Ooh, autofocus.
All right.
Back to Monster Kelly.
Back to monster killing. So, in the basement, Malcolm,
Yes.
an orc is there. Has been shot once by Dirk. It then swung its club at Dirk. Dirk nimbly rolled out of the way, but the tablecloth and, perhaps more importantly, the evil rune-covered stone is kind of rolling free on the floor.
I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, crap. Okay. One crisis at a time. Is the orc still up?
Oh yeah, orc is still there.
All right. I assist Dirk by shooting it as well.
Roll plus guns.
I'm gonna try my best not to suck this time. I rolled a 12.
Hit. Shot him. You hit him also. He staggers back a bit and is still very much up. Go take a swing at you now for having the nerve to shoot at him. If you would like to roll plus moves to get out of the way of this.
I dodge like the wind. And that is a 12 too.
Swing and a miss. All right, so those of you who are heading for the basement, you arrive in the basement after hearing another gunshot.
I say, we can soliloquy, right? Get the stone. And I vaguely point towards the floor. That's as much as I can do right now. I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah, there is an orc who has been shot twice. He's wielding a club. He's pointed in the direction of a tablecloth, and this looks like a rock of some sort pointing out of the end of it.
Oh, I guess it's important.
I guess.
Yeah, I'll go pick up this rock thing.
Okay, so question, are you picking up the rock, or are you picking it up with the...
He didn't say anything about any tablecloths, so I'm grabbing the rock and picking it up.
Hmm.
You realize if you survive this, you're in for a long, long lecture.
You said get the rock.
I did.
You didn't give any warning that the rock was some kind of don't touch.
Everything is don't touch until you're told otherwise.
Then how am I supposed to get the rock? So
with the tablecloth, something on the floor.
I'm not the
I'm
golden
hoping the Russian
child.
lady's smarter than
Only someone would have explained that to him.
Yeah. I'm not the golden child or whatever.
you.
Okay.
I'm that
So
golden child. He's a jerk.
You pick up the rock there.
and my mind is sucked out of my head.
Oh no! Oh no!
No.
No! 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 No!
There's something about
Give me a muscle roll.
Oh goodness, muscle, really?
Really,
Can
really.
you spend
Really?
Can you spend grit to get extra dice on this one?
No, you can spend grit to re-roll should you fail, I guess.
Okay. Well, see, now I only have a 2 in muscle. That's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is an 8, but I don't know that I'm going to roll much better. I at least got to second, the middle ground one.
A
Right.
costly success. Yeah,
8 to 10. Okay.
8 to 10 is a costly success.
It's at least a success. That's fine. We'll let it stand.
It's at least a success.
Because my next
So,
roll would be worse.
yes, you remain conscious,
Hmm.
which is good. However, I don't know that you've ever been hit by a tranquilizer dart in your career, but it just kind of feels that way. You just kind of feel this kind of this wave of exhaustion kind of flow through you. Take 2 grit damage.
2?
2.
Okay.
Oh man.
And yes, I did. Malcolm actually shot me once when he just got the new trank gun.
Oh, well, then you know what it feels like. Yeah, it's just kind of
He was testing the potency of the new formula.
I really was. It's a good idea. It wasn't fatal. He just slept. He looked tired. What? Don't look at me like that.
So I'm drifting. Yeah. Okay.
No, you're not incapacitated, but you just feel really run down, tired.
So I find like the nearest like post or support beam and kind of lean against it.
Lean against the support beam. Got it. Paulina. Got an orc. And Jace has picked something up.
Okay, well, I'm going to assume he has the stone. Or whatever it was that he was making a ruckus about. I'm a stab an orc.
Grab it. Roll the knives.
Oh, I do have dice. Yummy. Preparation. It's a 10.
A costly success. All right, so you were going to successfully stab this orc, and it's going to be. You're going to get the killing blow here. It's going to go down.
Yay.
However, it was lining up for a swing when you came flying with your knife. And so you end up with a grazing hit. You're going to take a point of grit damage.
Okie dokie.
The orc collapses. And then there's kind of, all of a sudden, this kind of shrinks back down into a figurine.
What the hell?
What is this?
I turn around. No. Don't touch it with your hands. I'll grab the tablecloth and wrap it around it and take it from him. Jace.
What? Why are you shouting? I got the stone.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Good doggy.
Do not like her. She's not very nice.
She's Russian. I thought they were all kind of like that.
Don't worry. You don't really have a chance with her.
All right. I think Cherno, what's his name? I can't remember his name right now. I'm too freaked out. Is in this. Or at least the liquor, whatever it is, came through this. I'm sorry, ordinarily I just look at chat and just look at how to pronounce this stuff again, but I've lost my chat. So.
See here, I can copy and paste it. There's the name of the being. Yeah, Chernobog is the god. The Likarada there is the beast of consent.
If we destroy the means by which Cherno, whatever his name is, communicating through to control the Likarada. Licoradka. I think I just said Nicaragua.
Maybe. Yeah, pretty much. It's fine.
You know what I mean?
If we cut off all diplomatic kind of the Nicaragua, would that help us in any way? I know a guy.
Yeah. If we destroy this, will it help them?
It may not hurt us.
All right. Do we still have hydrochloric acid?
Oh, did someone take it out of your kit since he's removing everything else?
I guess it's going to fall out of tools of the trade. Jace is not answering me. I think he's still mad.
There's plenty.
Yeah, spend a point of grit, and you can totally have them either 2 pieces of gear or one with 2 distinct uses. You can have some hydrochloric acid.
All right. I head upstairs with the bag.
When you get upstairs, you become aware of a sound from the front door. It's a rhythmic knocking on the door. Someone is trying the handle and then is knocking on the door.
Ah, crap.
I locked the door upstairs.
I think we got company.
Probably the kids.
They're trying to get in. Back door. I run to the back door.
They haven't come around back yet.
Keep the Russian girl from shooting them.
All right.
The shooting is so not imaginative.
I run around and go out the back door to get around to the car.
All right, so you run around to the car and you see out front, like on the porch, there's multiple kids. You have 5 of them, and they're just...
Okay, that's freaky. I'm gonna do whatever I can to avoid drawing your attention. Just gonna quietly go over to the trunk, pull out the jug of acid, and just kind of away back on into the house, shut and lock the door behind me.
Knocking. All right, so yeah, the days is worn off. You do still feel tired, but you're not completely dazed or out of it or anything like that.
Where's the father, dude?
He's like passed out on the chair.
At last check.
Those lazy boys are pretty comfortable.
I haven't had a chance to look in the living room at him, so I don't really know. I dumped the stone into the sink and just start, and then I kind of stop it up the sink and then kind of just start pouring acid all over it.
Oh, all right. So you pour acid all over this rock, and of course it's fizzing, and bubbling in the way that it does, and you start getting this kind of noxious yellow smoke that kind of starts coming off of it. But weirdly enough, it isn't spreading. It's just like a column that's like going straight up and seems to disappear into the ceiling. The kids outside, and everyone can hear this, all start emitting this kind of high-pitched kind of screech.
Okay, that's not good.
Again, appears and holding his hand.
No.
No one ever sees her draw weapons. They're just always there.
Then no one knows where they come from. They just always.
Exactly.
I do that too. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Last week I handed somebody a sword. Here, you gonna need this? Like, no. All right, never mind. And I put it away.
So there's screeching outside.
All right, well, he's not gonna stop what he's doing. I'm like,
What are you doing?
They'll survive it. I don't know.
So yeah, you guys are in the basement. Unless you guys have followed it. Did you guys follow them upstairs? You guys are remaining in the basement.
Well, if there's screeching going on, we're sure going. I'm sure going upstairs.
Yeah, let me move upstairs. Deal
You
with what's up
guys
there.
move upstairs. Do you follow Dirk or?
No, Dirk's like checking out the basement for more things.
Look at how many sides these dice have.
It's amazing.
They need more than 6 sides.
I have no idea.
How do you play? Good.
I was gonna say I love these bright orange ones.
Are they coloring them in a crayon? What? Okay.
Back to that time where somebody got killed while they were investigating a break-in at a game store.
I don't know why they took so many board games.
They're freaking expensive. Oh my gosh.
And actually what happened is a rack of board games fell on top of his.
It's a terrible way to go.
That sucks.
Killed by Monopoly.
Some of those games, I mean, you could crush a skull.
That's true. They're loaded up in their box.
Some fantasy flight board game, miniatures game.
Whole shelf of Avalon Hill war games.
Right.
Oh hell, those pewter figs.
Yeah. He fell in the Warhammer 40,000, 40K shelf.
That was it. There's just no coming back from that.
Warhammer 40K. That's actually the weight, not the year.
Right. That's the budget you had to spend on it.
Yeah.
Terrible.
All right. So, screeching outside. Sound of, fizzing and dissolving and whatnot from the kitchen. Screeching coming from the front part of the house seems to replace the knocking.
I'm continuing to pour, but I got like a thick dish top cloth over my mouth and face and eyes. My head's turned away, my eyes watering, and the icky smoke is pouring up into the ceiling. I'm not sure where it's going.
Yeah,
What
it's just
is
kind of
noise?
leaving a weird stain on the ceiling, but it just seems to be passing through the ceiling there.
Oh yeah.
So you guys Paulina, Jace, you guys get to the front room, and the dad's gone.
Oh crap. Okay, 2 nights are out. This is where we left him.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, everything.
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 I guess start looking for him.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys start searching. Meanwhile, in the basement, you, Dirk Hardpack, are looking, examining, finding nothing terribly terribly well of much of note at first. You find the notebook that must belong to whoever's in charge of this game. Pretty standard handwriting for someone who's probably in middle school, that kind of age range. Does seem to devolve into I've seen him. It's the 80s. You've seen some Russian writing on TV and movies and whatnot. Seems to devolve into what is it? What is their language? Cyrillic, whatever it is there. Yeah, it evolves into the Russian commie writing, which seems like an odd thing for a middle schooler to know. When you become aware of someone in the room with you. What do you do?
I don't know if he heard.
John, did you hear him?
Okay. I turn around to see who came in.
You find the dad, Dave. He's kind of kind of staggering into the room. Looks even worse than he did before.
Sir, I am a police officer. Back down.
He says something in a language that you do not understand. He continues towards you.
Sir?
Continues towards you.
Well, I guess I'll have to open fire. I did more than LAPD usually does. I warned him twice.
Yeah, you're fine. You're above board. That's standard policy.
Roll plus guns.
Whew, that's an 11.
Nice. So you shoot him and hit him, of course. It's an 11. He kind of staggers back, glares at you, fixes you with a pretty disturbing glare, growls something, continuing in this language that you just simply do not understand, and continues his advance. Upstairs, more gunfire in the basement.
Wait, didn't we just clear the what?
Your work is never done.
I know, but we got screeching up here.
Yeah.
And you're trying to work on the stone, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Paulina, you stay up
Yes.
here or you go downstairs?
You go down.
Okay. Holler if you need help. Start going downstairs to lend some aid to whatever is happening down there.
You go downstairs and find that Dirk's got his gun out and seems to have shot the dad.
And is it evident that it's not doing anything?
Well, he's wounded. I mean, it's bleeding.
A normal person gets shot, they don't keep walking towards you, kind of thing in most cases.
Well, he's just growling in a language you don't understand.
Okay, all right, that's enough information. 2 knives go flying towards.
All right, so roll plus knives then.
Some days you should just stay in bed.
Some days you can't get rid of a bomb.
Okay, that is 13.
Well, your knives fly through and bed right in his back.
And do nothing.
Well, it seems to hurt.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, upstairs, Paulina, there is a crash in the front room.
Okay. I am going to go back to the front room and find out what.
You go to the front room and find that a kid has come through the window. And he's writing himself. You recognize him from the pictures. It appears to be the eldest of the Williams kids, Ricky.
Well,
Kind of
so she's gonna look at him, I guess, kind of impassionately.
looks up. He looks up at you and says, in Russian.
Oh, good. Now he has to try to do a Russian accent.
Yeah, sadly we don't do accents.
Aww.
I don't have a good Russian accent or much of any accent at all. But says in Russian, I know who you are and what you did, and you will pay.
And you? Will you make me pay? You're a little boy. So cute.
Just kind of smiles and comes charging at you.
So I think her goal here is terrible. But her goal is she's basically going to try to use his momentum against him to kind of flip him onto the floor and then stab him through the arm with a knife to pin him there.
All right, well, roll plus knives and see how that goes.
Mute, damn you. $11.
Success. So yes, you were able to pin the eldest Williams kid to the ground with an expert flip and a knife staff. It's down there snarling and growling, trying to free itself.
So she's like a horrible human being. So she's a horrible human being. She's basically going to pin down his other arm and kneel on his kind of midsection to keep him pinned down, and kind of smile at him quite viciously and say, "Now we see what you are." And yet another knife appears in her free hand. And she is going to start carving into flesh.
Oh my gosh, you're
I know.
terrible person.
I know. There's a reason all the lights are on, though. I'm just saying.
Why are all the lights on?
You can see what she's doing.
Chernobog's a creature of darkness, and the Likharadkas are creatures of darkness. So it only makes sense to not give them anywhere to run to when you flush them out of their vessels, right?
No, I guess that makes sense.
All right.
That's the plan.
So,
I don't know if it really works.
Guess we'll find out.
Worked once before. I don't know.
All right, so we cut to Malcolm in the kitchen.
Yes.
There is a kind of explosive poof, and the stone seems to have finally been dissolved. The noxious smoke has ended. Colin just kind of continues on up and disappears. The end of it disappears into the ceiling. There's screeching outside. There's sounds of struggle throughout the house at this point.
All right, I head forward because I heard what was going on in the living room.
Yeah.
Right, I go there.
Well, it's bright. It's fully lit because all the lights are on. Paulina is straddling a middle school age looking kid who has been expertly pinned to the ground with knives and is carving on him.
Well, God. All right, no, I don't say anything. I stare at her.
Well, it's clear that she's not just carving for the heck of it. You're a monster hunter. I assume that you're carving some kind of exit, kind of expelling rune or something like that.
I mean, I don't think it's. So she's not a monster hunter. She has no occult background other than this fuckery. So I don't think it's so much that as she's basically trying to force the thing out. So like a rune is too occulty to say that, but like damaging the vessel to the point where it's not inhabitable. Torture, basically.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
all right,
yeah,
it's not that.
I'm trying to understand what he's looking at, and he goes, "Okay, why don't we try?" I flip open the book. Let's try this again. All right, so I start up with the chant again.
Give me a brains roll.
That is where is my character sheet? That is a 4, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Alright, so she's carving on this thing, this kid. And all of a sudden the kid just kind of convulses, right? As you start the chant, and his mouth opens, and this kind of dark, just kind of cloud kind of comes spewing out, and kind of starts taking kind of a vaguely humanoid form as it kind of coalesces, above Paulina, the kid, you, the living room floor, kind of growing and billowing and whatnot. And as you make way to the chant, it says coalescing, like a couple of the red stereotypical slanted eyes kind of appear there. And you finish the chant, and you feel this kind of wave of energy, kind of come off you and the book, and all of the lights that Paulina have turned on all of a sudden just kind of intensify. Just kind of fill the room with this kind of blinding white light that you hear this kind of howl. The screeching outside stops, and all of a sudden the figure kind of rises and contorts and just kind of dissipates.
Honestly, didn't think that worked.
Should have tried that at the start.
Hmm.
In the basement, the dad, nearly on, kind of still moving towards Dirk, kind of slumps down, kind of keels over and kind of bounces off of the D&D table and then hits the ground.
And stay down.
Oh, what's?
I put it away.
I go to check to see if the dad's still alive.
Yeah, it's an 80s action movie, barely.
Okay. This man needs a
He
hospital
definitely
stat.
needs like immediate medical attention. He was in bad shape, and he's been stabbed by throwing knives and shot by at reasonably close range by a pistol. He needs medical help pronto, otherwise
Right.
that fails will be like no.
Oh. There's so many things happening right now.
Yeah. 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 So many things. All right. I'm calling Jace.
Yeah,
Dirk.
we're down here.
All right.
The dad's down.
Is he still alive?
Barely. We need to call the paramedics.
Oh. Yeah. Did we shoot
Phone
him?
book. Huh?
Did we shoot him?
And stab him?
Yeah, we can't be here when the paramedics get here. There'll be a lot of really hard to answer questions. I mean, there's the kid who's up here who's probably, is the kid still alive?
Yes. I'm not a savage.
I presume then that the kid is howling and crying right about now.
Oh God, yes, he's in tears.
Okay, all right. I've run to
Did we deal with the threat?
Like, huh? What?
Is it whatever's gone?
Yeah. I'm raiding the medicine cabinet and pulling out every bit of gauze and band-aids and whatever else.
It's a well-stocked children's home. It's got all sorts of things.
Oh, wait. We get hurt all the time. we have a first aid kit.
Of
A
course.
good first aid kit.
Of
I
course.
probably toss a like a overnight bag that you have.
I spend that.
Toss it upstairs.
I spend that point of grit.
Well, you've got tools of the trade, so your one point that you spent earlier can get you both hydrochloric acid and a med kit, because the tools of the trade that you get two different.
All right, it gives me two things.
Yeah, you
Oh,
get
wow.
either one thing that does two different things or two different unique pieces of gear. So yeah, first aid kit, you can totally have. You totally say you grabbed that when you went out to the car.
Okay. And all right, I run down and because yes, you have it right now. I grab what I need. I just need gauze and some hydrogen peroxide. I run back upstairs, and me and Polina fix the kid. Okay.
Oh no! As soon as you reach for the knife, she slaps your hand.
Okay.
If you take it out, he will bleed to death.
Are we serious right now?
No.
Why would? All right.
I'm looking up in the phone book for the
Okay,
emergency.
so I have to wrap it with the knife. So okay, I have to wrap it.
911 exists.
It does at
You call
85?
911
Okay.
Yeah, there's 911 85.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 911 has been out for a long time.
Use the rotary phone in the kitchen, attached to the wall in the kitchen.
1968.
9.
Yeah, 60.
One, oh,
yes.
crap. Okay, again.
All
9.
right, stop.
Do not touch.
Okay, all right. So, like I said, I wrap the wound with the knife in place.
She's looking at you like you're a crazy person.
Just trust me, I think. And then arterial wound, do not remove knife. I literally write it on the kid's forehead. Do not remove knife, arterial wound. That'll fit. Okay.
Americans are so weird.
Oh, just yeah. We have to call the ambulance so that they could hear to actually say.
Yes, and your valet is doing it.
Meanwhile,
I'm not a fucking LA.
That's just awesome.
Oh, I was already on with the operator probably.
yeah. As
Oh,
someone
sorry.
comes on the other end and says 911, what's your emergency? You're like, I'm not a fucking valet. So that does not qualify as an emergency.
We have 2 injuries: gunshot wounds, knife wounds, massive bleeding, an adult male, young child. I give brief description of the wounds.
Are the assailants still in the house? Are you in danger? Are you in a safe place?
The assailants have been dealt with. You need to get some here immediately.
I've already dispatched police and the medical services.
You have? Okay. Thank you. Click. Cops are on the way.
All right, we have to go.
I know it's the 70s, but I think it's the guys from the emergency.
80s.
Of course.
They're
still around.
very tired.
See, it's a nice callback to the 70s, right? So, you know.
There's a cameo appearance. Bring it back. Only the people that watched it then knew, and they didn't,
Yeah.
the kids of the day.
The first police on the scene are the cops from Adam 12, and
Oh my gosh! Have you seen Adam 12 recently? Man, that show looks old. It's like
it's been a while. I know I caught like part of an episode, like second I had cable.
I'm like, was this done in the 60s? Because I thought it was 70s, but yeah, it's unwatchable now.
Yeah,
unwatchable.
I'm leaving in 2 minutes, whether you're in the car or not.
All right, I gather up the gear. We gotta go, because if the police catch us here, they'll probably shoot us.
Or the FBI.
And you know, it's the LAPD, so I'm gonna get killed first.
Especially holding weapons. More so.
Yeah, I run to.
All right.
And you don't want to be here because that's internal affairs. Why do I know that?
I'm old for this shit. I'm 7 days from retirement.
What does that make you? Like 65, 66? What how old are you now?
23.
Started young.
Really?
Man in the LAPD.
I mean, I was positively prenatal when I started.
LAPD's got a real good severance package for early retirement.
They're now recruiting from high school.
No
They're
doubt.
like our Rod.
Grade school.
And these days, before pensions became a problem and whatnot, I bet you it does.
Mm.
So, yeah, as our heroes speed away, and in Jace's car, is like the first like you guys are leaving as the first, responders show up and go racing into the house.
Drive casual.
One of those kind of cameras pans backward, and upward, kind of a helicopter shot watching your car drive off. Kind of see from the wide shot, there's a black sedan that seems to pick up your tail as you leave the neighborhood. And that's how our session will end.
Now I want to know what the feds are up to.
Agent Scully and Mulder.
It's Scully and Mulder.
The truth is out there.